All right, welcome to another video from the chart readers. Hey, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Otherwise, I do appreciate your time and checking out these videos. Also, if you haven't, check out the website, chartreaders.com. Got all my videos and you can sign up for a free email on the bottom. So we are gonna do the marijuana sector, and holy shit, what a last couple hours. I'll be honest, I actually wish I was paying a little more attention, and I probably would have moved some money into this. And literally the last hour this all happened, so I'll get into all that later. But look, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do the daily and the weekly. We're going to use our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines, as well as these 2 lower indicators, the MACD and the RSI. So we'll start with the big boy TLRY, but really I think we're going to see this just across everything. So literally around 12 o'clock my time, I'm Pacific, I'm in LA, but basically an hour before close, the president of the United States basically said, I'm going to decriminalize a simple possession felony. So that's a huge thing because obviously this shit is not federally legal. So that was the first move. But look, if we look, it literally all happened in the last hour. This is the hour trading. And from the 6th, which is today, nothing happened, nothing happened, nothing happened, nothing happened, nothing happened, nothing happened. There it went, right? So, and if you want to even just get low, it literally happened in 15 minutes. So that's how quick you really needed to be on the trigger. So I want to just stress that, right? There's a lot of people that try to do this like, how do I look, you either caught it in the right 15 minutes. Look, this one happened to keep going up the following, right? Which is really good. But this is how people get trapped, right? If you're not in it right there, you could go down. But I'll be honest, let just the way that this day went across all the sectors, this news might be really big, right? So the market obviously liked it today. If you watch my videos enough, you know I care about the next day way more than today, right? Anyone can do one pop, right? I don't want you to drop though. That's not where I put my money. I like to go up regularly versus this like crazy up, crazy down, crazy down, crazy up, and then you're only up like a little bit, right? So just my way of trading. Let's get into the technicals. So again, looking at the daily, this TLRY has just kind of been under the 8, right? I mean, I'll be honest, I don't remember when I made the last video, but just kind of going back, it's really been struggling to break the 8. The last couple days were good, and again, overall, the market has been pretty good this start of the week, right? So October has started okay, and really those 3 days were that 3-day residual. Today, again, like I said, a federal change to this industry is big news. It clearly mattered today. What am I looking for tomorrow? So look, the 50s right here, the 100s right here, and then the 20 is all the way down here. If this is going to go down, hopefully it doesn't go any lower than the 50, right? Which we'll basically call 350. If this drops to roughly 350, a little higher, a little lower, but just let's say 350, I'm actually relatively okay with that. I would call that a healthy drop actually. If this thing opens a penny more, I mean, this thing can run up to 490. Like that's an extra $1 from where we're at. That's a lot more percentages, right? So look, you can see $1 is roughly 30%, right? So there could be a good run. And again, after hours, I'm not watching what's happening. I'm making this video instead, right? So with that though, this was a very monster day. And hey, look, RSI, I am not afraid of a 65 number. It's as we start getting closer to 80, right? We haven't been this high in a while, but when it goes high, it can hit some 80s, right? And then it's really comfortable in the 70s as well. So this could be a really big day. And look, again, hasn't been over the 20 in a while. It's seen monster weeks and dropped though. So keep that in mind. I care about follow through. That's really, really important. Anyone can go up one day, but shit, 30% in one day is a beautiful thing, right? ACB, again, oh, interesting. Okay, you caught my surprise right there. Most of the tickers I saw on my phone were up. I'm a little surprised this one didn't fly. But look, again, we have a nice little peaking RSI, just it didn't do it. Let's see what the hour looked like. Did it pop and drop? I mean, I guess you can say, I mean, it was a big candle move, don't get me wrong. And again, even here, it was a big candle move, but yeah, it just didn't do that big TLRY move, that's for sure, right? Again, what's happening right now, hey, we're at least over the 8 the last couple days. It does look like we broke this 127 line. Obviously, let's get over this 20, right? Really interesting that ACB didn't jump up as high as I really expected it to. So that might be a sign that the industry, you know, it was just kind of a pop and we'll see what happens after. But this makes me be a little more cautious of TLRY tomorrow. Again, though, like I said, play that accordingly how it opens, right? Let's look at the weekly real quick before I move on. Again, ugly weekly, definitely well under the 8 here, right? So, and yeah, just, yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't expect ACB to look like this. So, very interesting. Again, MSOS, I know I saw this on my phone, a 30 popper in a day. Again, breaks the same moving averages that TLRY did, right? Again, we had the 100, the 50, and the 20. Like I said, if this comes down to the 50 tomorrow, I think I would be okay with that. Definitely don't drop too low. But again, really interesting that ACB Aurora just kind of sat. Look, don't get me wrong, 5% in one day is nothing to like be bad about, right? That's a very good day. That said, when everyone else is in the 30s, seems a little odd on my side. But, and again, I think as we go through the list, there's going to be a couple more in the 30s. And look, again, all happened in the last hour, and really it all happened. This one happened in 2 15-minute chunks. This one happened in 30 minutes, but all in the last little bit of the day, right? So, interesting. Let's see how this opens. But again, if this opens well, this could run to the 200, right? Generally, that's why we use these moving averages. As you break them, you go up. As you lose them, you go down, right? So, yeah, let's just, again, watch how this opens. You'll see that the 100's been a struggle here, right? Let me go back to TLRY. Again, looking at the 100 here, yeah, we actually haven't been over the 100 in a while. I didn't even notice that till we were looking at MSOS. So, again, just things to consider, right? This is why we look across a bunch of different ones. But I actually think that's it with MSOS. Again, I'll note the high RSI and the MACD. Today was a monster day. Again, it's just these look at that, 17. Okay, and again, look, more than anything, the 100, right? So I at least like that. It looks like everything basically ran to the 100. Let me go back to ACB. Did that run to the 100 on the day? No, not even close. Okay, again, interesting on ACB. It just stands out, right? I don't know why, but it does. So everything is basically running to the 100. I think that's going to be the theme we will see. And look how long it's been since HEXO has been over. Oh my gosh, the longest. So again, watch how this opens. If it opens well, you know, this could go into the 4s. But federal news is a big thing again, right? MACD, RSI, both green over red. Both look like they got a good upward slope going. Real interesting here. Let's look at the weekly. I can't imagine the weekly looks great, but again, it doesn't. But this monster day just makes it great, right? So let's see how it ends. This one's actually sitting over the 20, which is nice, right? But again, you know me. I care about follow-through, right? I care about next week's weekly being up here, right? So, but man, I mean, most of these should definitely be on your watch list tomorrow morning. Again, 20 banger. This one actually breaks the 100, and I remember liking CGC a lot. I think it was during this run especially. It just seemed to ride the 8 really well and have the least amount of, you know, falls and backups, right? So I like that this did break actually the first time in a while. That's a real nice RSI. It's a real nice MACD. Again, watch this in the morning. If you're not in already, if this thing opens above 380, I mean, shit, it looks like it's going to 4 at least, right? So very interesting. Again, I got to stress it all happened in the last hour. And it made this one at least did it the whole hour, right? But it was pretty much right here and right here with a little bit shortly after, right? So yeah, let's just see if this news really does carry into tomorrow. That's pretty much what I care about right now. But this one didn't get as all the way up to the 100, kind of, we'll call it halfway, right? You can pretty much say this 280 line was the resistance there. But again, 23 banger, looking at a real nice RSI, MACD doing the same thing. The theme is just across all these, right? ACB is just so weird that it was only 4%. I am going to say that one more time. I don't know. I'm a big fan of everyone doing pretty much the same thing, at least running close to the 100, right? At least somewhat attempting it. But CRON, boom, holy shit. So CRON actually smashes all of them and makes the run to the 200. So again, the 200 is the last moving average we have. And from there, you know, sky's the limit, I like to joke, right? So CRON might be the best one to look at tomorrow. Again, if it opens well. And then I've liked CGC, just kind of doing these videos and just watching how it moves. So those would probably be the two I favor. Look, TLRY kind of leads the pack though, right? So don't take your eyes off TLRY. And then the last one has kind of actually become one of my little favorites here. This was a fan request that, you know, I'm kind of secretly rooting for. All right, a nice move actually. So look, I would feel a little more comfortable over a break of 2 at least. I know we're sitting 2 cents under it, but yeah, I mean, we're the closest we've been in a good while to breaking this 20 line, right? We're actually trading over the 8. I'm liking that. So still some better tickers out there, I would say, across this video, but hey, no reason not to look at it, because again, if this opens at 2, there's a good chance it'll try to make a run to this 50 up here at what's over 250, right? So that's a beautiful percentage right there. So yeah, this industry looks like it could move well. It really matters tomorrow, right? Follow through, right? Anyone can have a good day. A whole sector can have a good day, right? I want it to have a bunch of good days, because that's how you keep your money in a safe place, in a safe, slow and steady up. I like that, right? So trade safely out there, but monster game for a lot of people that I know are long in this industry, right? So much love to you guys.